Hey fellas, welcome to the Daily Dash. I am Dash, and it is time to do today's daily. Ooh, looks like it's a lost run. Did not expect that. I'm excited though. Actually, I just got my official Mega Satan kill as the lost just last night, so maybe this will go really well. It is April 7th, 2016. And let's do it. So, I had actually gotten a Mega Satan kill before as the lost, before Afterbirth came out, meaning before they tracked it. Because I really wanted to know, that was back when playing the Lost was endgame. That was the ultimate challenge. And I really wanted to know if I would get something special for beating Mega Satan, even though I knew that there wouldn't be an unlock, because, we all knew what the unlocks were, of course, with Godhead being, that's pretty good, with Godhead being the ultimate, but, wanted to know if there was, like, maybe an extra ending or something, of that nature. And I remember doing it with Ludo and Mom's Knife, to just do tons of damage while I was kind of hiding in the back. And it worked out very well. But yesterday, once Afterbirth came out, now they actually track Mega Satan kills. And so, I had to do it again. And I probably would have done it earlier, but I wanted to take care of some other stuff before getting to the Lost upgrades, So I got 999 on my greed machine. I've got the post-it notes filled out with every character leading up to the Lost. And, well, I got hit there, so that was dumb. But, oh well, it doesn't matter, because you start with Holy Mantle. So yeah, I did all that stuff, and then yesterday was trying to get my Mega Satan kill with Lilith, actually, all day. And I swear I put 10 runs into Lilith, and the game just would not give me angel rooms to get the key pieces with. And don't even tell me, don't even start to, well, did you take any devil deals? Because I know how the game works, alright? It was just terrible, terrible luck. And so, just frustratedly, I was like, you know what, I'm tired of playing Lilith, because I actually kind of don't like that character. I just really do not like the, lagging behind you shots. It got old, I'm kind of just done playing with Lilith. And so I was like, you know what, let me just play a Lost run to kind of cool down from how annoyed I was getting at just not getting any angel rooms. And as the Lost, I got my angel rooms, and I got my Mega Satan kill, so that was fun. But that is not what's happening now. Now it is a new daily, and it looks like we have Tammy's head. What did we get that from? Our first... Oh, no, that was just from a golden chest. Our first actual item room was Big Fan, which is nothing to scoff at when you are the Lost. You definitely want to have your orbitals. And then Little Steven was our boss item. And now we just got Revenge. Spider Revenge. I really don't know what this... I don't know what this item does. Spider Revenge makes me assume that it generates spiders when I get hit. Here's something that kind of bugs me overall about the design of these Afterbirth items, is that there seem to be a lot of spider items that are basically what used to be fly items, but now they're spider items. However, it's not one-to-one. They don't all make sense. What I mean is, for Guppy's head, that's a fly generator. Now we have Box of Spiders. That's a spider generator. Awesome. That's exactly the kind of thing that I want. But then we have things like, Mom's wig, which just generates spiders randomly, it seems. Not like, related to any fly item that we already know about. It just kind of generates them randomly, it seems. What I mean is, as opposed to being like the mulligan, I would rather it just be like the mulligan, where it generates spiders upon hitting things, And then there's like Juicy Sack, which is just the same thing, except it generates at the end of the room, and is also a familiar that lays down creep. So I guess it's not really a spider item, it's more of a creep laying familiar. It's a headless baby that does like a little gish thing, or not little gish, but ball of tar thing. So that one's a little different. But then there's things like one of the items descriptions is spider love, but it is not the spider equivalent of Skatole, whose description is fly love. Instead, there is no fly love or spider love item in the sense that fly love is a fly love item, which is confusing then to have an item with that description. So, you know, that kind of thing. It's just, all the spider items kind of confuse me on how exactly they work, because they aren't just one-to-one. You know, normally I would like, be really excited about Devil Deals as the Lost, but, you know, I'm tempted to take this just for precedent. You know, just to keep us in the devil loop, but you know what? I'm not going to. I think that's what everyone else is going to do. I'm going to go for the, yeah, I'm going to go for the angel rooms. Let's just see what happens, you know. I'm not going to be the best player either way, so why not go for what's fun? I don't think I left anything behind. I am going to take experimental treatment because it contributes to spun, and it doesn't look like it screwed us. Because as the Lost, it's not going to, you know, do anything wrong to our health. I have something in my eye. I think, hopefully, that took care of it. Alright, alright. So here we go. Ooh, free dime. That is pretty sweet. Come on, give me cricket's head! Alright, alright. I'll take just a bunch of money. So here, oh, we're in the caves already. Okay, I feel like I'm going a little bit faster than usual, but I guess that's just because it's the daily. So I actually went back last night and I watched one of my old Isaac videos, and it was really bothering me how slow I played. Like, you know, I guess it just comes with, you know, being less experienced and such, and wanting to really experience Rebirth when it first came out, or Afterbirth when it first came out, but man, did I play slowly. You know, I can get all the same amount of strategery in without all the dilly-dallying. And I say that even though I am still a dilly-dallyer, just, you know, I would like to not... I'm not a dilly-dallyer to the extent that I used to be, so that's good. So, yeah, what's been happening around here lately? It's, man, I could really go for some keys, I can tell you that. Okay, this scares me. These guys always tend to hit me. Okay, we're good. Well, I don't want to take those in there in case we get something crappy. One makes you larger is not the worst, but it's crappy. Can we talk about the pills? We've already talked about the pills, but seriously, something needs to be done about the pills in this game. Am I being a negative Nancy today? I feel like I keep complaining about stuff, but, I'm almost ready to just stop taking pills whatsoever in the game. And I feel like objectively, that was the right decision to make a long time ago. In fact, one could even make the argument that that was the decision to make back in Vanilla Isaac. But, you know, I took pills because sometimes they were really fun and sometimes they were really good. But nowadays, they're rarely... Like, 1 in 100 runs do you get, you know, 2 good pills in your run. And the thing is, most of the time, it's not that the other pills are bad, it's that they're just bullshit. You know, they just don't do anything or they're annoying. So, that's that. Anyway, let's hop in here. I've decided I really don't like Nightlight. It's just an annoying item. That doesn't really do anything except make you move in... I'll buy this card and get out of here. I've found that all it does is make you move in suboptimal ways and get hit. And, you know, maybe I just need to get better at the game and quit letting it get me hit. But here's the other thing that it does. And this is no... You know, this one I don't know if you can really argue with, even if you tried. Is that Nightlight causes... Hush, and Mom's Heart, and other similarly bullet helly type enemies to sometimes have literally impossible bullet patterns. Because they shoot out patterns that are intended to be dodgeable, right? But then they start, when you slow half the bullets down and not the other half, they come out in an unintended, not hand-designed manner that can actually be impossible to dodge, or in a more likely and very often case, just much, much more difficult to avoid. So, for that reason, I really, really do not like that item. Yeah. So, we're just kind of rolling along here as the Lost. I'm hoping that I can do better than the average player here, because I really, really enjoy playing as this character. I think this is a fantastic character. I think Holy Mantle makes it a little easy. Even though, you know, I've used the Holy Mantle once. I have gotten hit once on this run already. So, but, you know, who's to say I wouldn't have been more careful if I didn't know I had it. But either way. I guess to keep on the complainy boat, there is one thing I have to say about the Lost that I don't like, which is that he starts with a D4 and the Holy Mantle. Meaning you will never in your right mind use the D4, which, the reason that you got the D4 in the first place, I remember, was for them saying, like, this way you can re-roll when you start out a run and get a bunch of health upgrades. Like, I don't know who exactly said that, if it was just some random idiot that I'm taking, that I'm acting as if Edmund said it when it was really just some random dumbass. But maybe it was Edmund. I don't remember who said that, but that was one of the reasons to give him the D4, which I think is just a poor solution for the quote-unquote problem that he doesn't get health upgrades. Because first of all, I don't think that that's a problem. It's a very interesting attribute of this character. It's like the point of the Lost, is that he doesn't get health upgrades. So to try to fix that is weird. But then also the D4 is, you know, when you start out with Holy Mantle, you would never ever use it, and it's just a bad way to fix that problem in the first place. I really like what they did with the Keeper, where instead of hearts even dropping, you just get flies. That is awesome. I really, really like how that works. So, that said, let's talk about the Keeper. I have not played as him very much at all. What do we do about this? Let's maximize our chances here at getting a thing. So I haven't played as the Keeper, except I've had one run as the Keeper on my own just to see what the deal was after I unlocked him, and then I had that daily run, the last daily that I did. And I'm really, really excited to get to the unlocking, but just to kind of do things in the pure form, I'm waiting until last to do it. I'm waiting until... I have two things left to do. I have to get a Mega Satan kill as Lilith, which I was already talking about, and then I have to get a Hush kill as the Lost. Those are the two things that I have left to do, and with the frequency that I seem to be getting Brimstone lately in my personal playing, and been not able to take it because I've been going for Mega Satan, that's been the other thing that's been really, like, getting under my skin about all these times that the game is refusing to give me angel rooms, is that it's been giving me devil rooms like, hey, how about Brimstone and Guppy's tail, you know? And I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. You know? How about Death's Touch and Ceremonial Robes? And I'm like, man, quit teasing me. So, yeah, I don't imagine that Hush as the Lost will be too big of a problem, just because I will be able to actually take that early game Brimstone and just make a run out of it. You know, that's not to put the Hush fight too lightly, though. I mean, not getting hit twice could be a little tougher than I'm giving it credit for, but we will see. But anyway, once I get those two things done, then it's going to be all Keeper all the time for me until I have that baby complete. And at that point, I believe I will have every item in the game unlocked, and it will just be a collectathon for me to get my Platinum or God, as I have taken to referring to it as. Let's keep popping pills. You know, there's got to be a luck upgrade in here somewhere. Tammy's Head I'm really enjoying. I feel like I'm forgetting to use it every once in a while, but man, is it a good item. Okay, so we've got 2 extra rooms. Let's run to those real quickly. and see what kind of thing we can find in them. With 53 cents, I am excited to see what we might find in our shop. And, you know, we might also find a ooh, blank card. What are you gonna be now? 2 of diamonds? Don't mind if I do. So, let's keep blank. As much as I love Tammy's head, blank card just breaks the game. So, let's keep 2 of diamonds with it for now, and hope that we pop. Oh. I wonder if the exploration is worth more than the time here. I think it is. I think we're gonna do this. I'm not exactly sure whether this is the call. Maybe I should keep Tammy's head. I don't know. Blank card is so good, though. But is it really that good with the Lost? Let me think that over while I fight the boss. Well, while I take Tammy's head and then fight the boss, and then we can, you know, I'm going a little slower, but hey, we're gonna do the floor in extra time anyway. Wait a minute, though. Is doing the floor in extra time really worth as much as, like, boss rush is? I don't really want to do boss rushes to Lost, though, so why don't we just stick to the plan? But anyway, what card could I find that would really break the game in the way that I'm talking about? Because usually, in order to break the game with blank card, you need to be able to take damage. You know, you need to get like a temperance card and a lover's card or something like that. Alright, give me something good. Come on, hit me, hit me! Oh, what a joke. Let's go all in, though, on the angel rooms and make sure that we see more in the future by taking this guy out here. And hopefully not foolishly dying trying to do so. I really actually just picked up that Eternal Heart so that I would stop getting confused trying to avoid it. Okay, I gotta remember that I don't have any keys, so I don't gotta worry about. I was trying to avoid bumping into these things because I was worried about wasting keys, but that's not gonna be an issue. Why didn't I take toothpicks before going in there? That was a little dumb of me, but oh well. Toothpicks, really good, really good! Alright, anyway, I cannot actually think of a card combination that would break the game in the way that I'm hoping. So we are going to stick with Tammy's head, actually. But hey, at least it was good to get a bunch of money. So let's reroll the floor, let's do it again, and let's keep going kind of quickly. I think experimental treatment must have lowered my speed, because I do feel like I'm going a little slow here. What was that? Okay, what would cause that to happen? Let me think about this. We don't have any trinkets. That's usually the thing, when you're like, what just happened? And you're like analyzing all your items and your curses and all that. The thing that I've found that I usually completely look past is whether or not I'm holding a trinket. I don't have any items that I think would cause the screen to dim like that. And I don't have any curses on me. D20. This is another really game-breaking item that I'm not sure if we should be all in on. Because again, it's very game-breaking when you have a way to generate a lot of consumables, which generally requires you to need to be able to get hurt a lot. So, is D20 worth it? Let's use it here, because greed is going to drop a bunch of pennies. Otherwise, I can't really think of a spot where I need it. Let's actually take the 15 cents, though. Then re-roll the others. Hit those. Oh, amnesia. Gosh. Pills, man. I'm so close to just giving up on them. I'm close to giving up the pills. Have you guys seen that show Bob and David? With Bob and David? Giving up the pills just reminded me of a sketch from it. But, so if any of you are Mr. Show fans, if you know me at all, you know that I was a huge fan of Mr. Show with Bob and David. I love, love, love Bob Odenkirk. And always have, and everyone else has too. Here's the thing about Bob Odenkirk. Is everyone in the world loves Bob Odenkirk, whether they know it or not. Most people nowadays, I think, know him from his performance as Saul in Breaking Bad, and then his own spin-off show, Better Call Saul, of course. But before then, though, everyone loved Bob Odenkirk without knowing it. He first of all was one of the leads of Mr. Show, which got a lot of comedians really off the ground and into the public eye. You know, Sarah Silverman was on Mr. Show. Jack Black, it was one of his first things. Tom Kenny was on it, who is best known as the voice actor of SpongeBob. But he was just hilarious on the show. Jim Johnston. I don't know the other people's names, but Brian Posehn was on Mr. Show, so like tons and tons of really great like late 90s, early 2000s comedians got a nice recognition from Mr. Show, which was a Bob Odenkirk show, as well as David Cross. He was the other guy. But then also, speaking of Jack Black being on that show, Bob Odenkirk also co-wrote, I believe, the whole the Tenacious D show, which actually was a thing before the first Tenacious D album. You know, most people who know of Tenacious D, besides their movie The Pick of Destiny, which was very much based on the show and their original album, there's the show that most people know of them from their original album, which had, Tribute and Wonder Boy and those classics on it. But those were actually based on songs that they wrote for this show, which they wrote with Bob Odenkirk, and it was only later developed into an album. And then there's a couple other things too. He was the voice of Chet on that one episode of Futurama, and things like that. Bob Odenkirk has been everywhere, and everyone loves him whether they know it or not. It's kind of like, gosh, what's another example? It's kind of like how, man, I'm not good at coming up with these things on the spot, so I shouldn't put myself on the spot. But the first thing that comes to mind is it's kind of like how everyone loves the band Tears for Fears without knowing it, because they've got that song Head Over Heels that I don't care who you are, everyone loves the song Head Over Heels. But they also, they originally wrote the song Mad World, which everyone loves Donnie Darko and the Gary Jules version of Mad World, but it was actually originally a Tears for Fears song. Point is, Bob Odenkirk is great. Oh, right! Okay, so here's the thing that I was getting at, is that Mr. Show was a fantastic show. I'm a big fan of it. It was a sketch show in the 90s and was way, way, way ahead of its time and had all those comedians on it that I was talking about before. It had like 4 seasons and it's just fantastic. You gotta check it out. However, now Netflix has an original series just called With Bob and David. Of course, the full title of Mr. Show was Mr. Show with Bob and David, and now they've got a new project just on Netflix just called With Bob and David. And I've seen the first 2 episodes now, and it's pretty great. It's not quite Mr. Show level yet. I've heard it does get a little better. But still, at this point, though, it's very worth watching. And it's got all the cast members that were in Mr. Show on it, which is great to see because the 4th season of Mr. Show did not have Tom Kenny in it, which I was really disappointed about. But he is in With Bob and David, so that's great too. Yeah, check it out. It's a grand old time. One makes you larger. There's too much nonsense happening here. I'm really loving Cricket's body, by the way, and I would really love to see some range upgrades for it, because, of course, that is the big thing about this item. Now, did we get the treasure room item? No, not yet. So let's keep on exploring around. This room hopefully won't end up being a problem. I used to have big problems with these green guys. Alright, looks like we're good. Nothing there. Watch out for the red flames. Playing as the Lost is you need to just be constantly vigilant. But I really like that, you know? It's like you can never enter a room without being prepared to immediately analyze what enemies are in the room, what the first motions that they are going to take are going to be, and then moving yourself into a safe spot while also prioritizing which enemies you need to kill first. You know, it's just boom, boom, boom. Those are your 3 steps every time you enter a room. We don't need 2 of diamonds anymore. I've already got 99 cents. This stars card will provide a nice teleportation card for us in case we find ourselves in a really sticky situation. Now, I think I'm just going to move it on out of here. Hopefully we get our, ooh, excuse the hiccups. Hopefully we, oh, there were 2 long skinnies in a row, huh? Either that or Curse of the Maze? No. Right, Curse of the Lost is what's happening. But, yeah. I forgot what I was saying before I realized about the 2 long skinnies, but we're leaving the floor. Because with Curse of the Lost, I don't want to waste my time checking if I saw everything when I think I kind of did. I guess I don't recall... Oh, no, I did see a shop on this floor. It was greed. Alright, anyway, still no more angel rooms. No more angels, no more waste of time. Oh man, maybe I should stop taking angel rooms just so I can sing that Soilwork song all the time. I never realized how perfectly that goes. Anyway, no angel rooms we have gotten in a while, so that sucks a little bit, but that's okay. Goathead! You know, just, I would appreciate a little bit of, you know, I've even been blowing up beggars and stuff, and I just have not been seeing as many as I would like. What's in here? What do we got? Not tempting enough. Maybe that would be worth going back for if it was 2 red chests and we didn't see oh wait, Mom is on this floor. So yeah, I think it would be worth it if it was 2 red chests to get us 2 chances to see possibly the angel room early, you know. And by early I mean also just make sure that we see it, because if we fight Mom and it's and we don't get the angel room, well then I guess my only option to go try out other methods would be to teleport out, and I think that wouldn't be a great use of my teleport card. Again, I like to hang on to it for wait a minute, I should still be picking up coins for the points. What am I doing? This is a daily. Uh-oh. Okay. That actually worried me for a second there. And then let's sneak in and take this. Ooh, a Joker card. Well, that's just great. Alright. That makes me very happy. It's not only a teleport card, but it's also one that we can use for something. These guys actually kind of shoot me a lot of the time. You know what? I'm done with pills. But am I, though? Can I really quit the pills? Oh, the quit the pills thing, the reason it reminded me of Bob and David and got me on that whole rant in the first place is there's a pretty great sketch of, like, it starts out as a good cop, bad cop routine with an interrogation where you've got the good cop, and he's got the, he's got his perp, in the chair, and they're figuring it out, or he's doing the good cop thing, and when the guy's still not talking, he says, alright, well, I'm gonna go get my partner in here, and whatever about the bad cop thing, and now you're gonna have to deal with him, which you're not gonna like, because he's an asshole. And then the other cop comes in, who's Bob Odenkirk, and starts doing his thing, and the perp says, yeah, I get it, you're the asshole cop. Whoa. Shit. And the bad cop is like, wait a minute, what'd you say? He's like, yeah, your other partner or whatever, he told me, he told me you're the asshole, I get it. He said that about me? And then it just gets into like this whole thing about them, well, actually, he gets very upset that his partner called him an asshole, and then he leaves upset, and then the good cop comes back in and asks him, what did you say to him? And then it just gets into this whole thing of those two going back and forth, talking to the perp about what he said to the last guy, what the last guy said about him, and it's this whole drama cycle, and eventually the perp is helping them solve their personal problems. It was a good sketch. I gotta be careful for the rest of this, by the way. Whoop. I'm moving all around because I don't want to get stomped on here. Just buy the farm already. Oh, right. This was only a fight to mom, wasn't it? Well, let's not take the Polaroid or the negative then. And let's fight this guy just for the points. So let's hit that and then just take him out. So I think that'll get us some extra points. Let's also not take the key piece because that would also be a small point loss. And, well, that's early end of the run, I guess. I forgot that it was just a mom. So, so I guess the idea of re-rolling that one floor, and I was saying, oh, are we going to be able to make it to boss rush? Didn't even matter because, well, actually it does matter. It matters more than ever because boss rush is the end of the stage. Anyway, I don't really know. You know, it's been a long time, but I don't do these dailies every day, and I'm not the best at analyzing these things, perhaps. But either way, looks like at this point in the day, we've found ourselves at 689th place, which sounds pretty decent, but we won't really know where we're at until the day is over. Back on April Fool's, though, I got 2400th, 2457. That's not terrible. That run did end, unfortunately, soon, though, and so, you know, I'm actually glad that I at least got a score like that, and not, you know, in the 10,000s or whatever. But anyway, so that's where we're at today, and next time we'll see where that actually puts us, but, looks like I'm the only person among my friends who did the daily today so far, so hopefully that, you know, hopefully that fleshes out a bit too. But anyway, thanks for watching. I will hopefully see you guys next time, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Yeah! Oh man, I was gonna make that sound and then hit the recording, but I made the sound and hit the escape key as if that was gonna stop the recording, but it didn't, so now that's a little embarrassing.